We're going to be checking out fortresses, because where Batumi is based along the Turkish border. So you've always had that threat from another country. So you find a lot of historical military places which fortified the border. So we're going to be checking them out on this video. Today's going to be awesome. It's going to be all about the history of Georgia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So we now get to the Giornio Fortress, which I've been told dates back to the 1st century, and again located where it is in such proximity to the Turkish border, dating way back in history where there would have been many wars for this territory. And I absolutely cannot wait to check this out. There's one thing I love about Eastern Europe, and that's fortresses. So let's go. Incredible. Just imagine living here. Imagine if that was your back garden. Wow. Obviously there must have been a lot of battles here. Probably a lot of bloodshed has happened in here. But it does not take away from the sheer beauty of this place. And just how old it is as well. So we're going to take a walk around the whole fortress. Incredible. Love this place already. I'm just in awe of everything. I love my history. And I love bringing history from maybe parts of the world you've never known about before, straight to you as well. So don't forget, like and subscribe. Welcome to the Giornio Fortress. So it's just mad to think this is a Roman fortress. And it's still standing today. So I've just noticed it. But over there in the distance, there's an active dig going on. I really love this though. I just love exploring like fortresses. And in Eastern Europe, you get so many fortresses. I think connected probably to the Ottoman Empire, Roman Empire. Certainly more than we have in the UK. And it just continues on. Again here, what this place must have been like. I wonder really what it was like to live in a fortress back in the day. I guess they were like mini cities, but full of soldiers as well. It's in a complete square shape, easy to fortify. Feel like I'm in Game of Thrones. Love this. Love history. Give us a like if you're liking the video so far. This is still an active archaeological site. I really messed up that word. Archaeological site. So it's still an active dig site, so they're still learning about this place, still finding things. Amazing. So right here is a room full of all the archaeological finds on this site. I've got shields, like proper shields, man. Obviously lots of pottery that was used here. These cases as well. Yeah, just all the things that they found during the various digs of this place. Amazing. Remains of two buildings of the same period were yielded in the central part of the fort. Significant field work has been done in the central part of the fortress. Here too, the remains of a Roman period monumental structure are under study. So for part of the walls and the foundation has been identified. This English isn't very good. The building was 24 meters long and 20 meters wide. It's believed to have been the residence or the so-called praetorium of the commander of the garrison. 9 utilities are identifiable, including a hall for the reception of ambassadors and for the festive events and ceremonials, where everyone will come together to have a party, basically. The structure involves large-sized stone bases. The width of the walls is 1.2 to 1.5 meters. Wow, that's some thick walls, man. The eastern and southern walls are strengthened with pylons. At some places, rusticated quadrals are used. A new structure is believed to have been erected on the remains of the praetorium in the Middle Ages. So obviously this place has been used again and again and again. The composite bases must be of the same period. The exact plan of the structure has so far not been determined. It had a gallery and a street paved with flagstones and flat tiles. And I'm now about to step away from this place because there's loads of wasps about, like proper big as well. Don't want to get stung. So here we find more remains of ex-buildings. The archaeological monuments of different periods have been revealed in this sector. The upper layer is dated from 17th to 19th century and comprises of constituent parts of a complex of a Muslim shrine, a water fountain for a cleansing ritual, a well, remains of a water supply system, and fragments of Pebble Square. The remains of the rectangular foundation with a narrow corridor in the southern part have been preserved in the late Roman, early medieval construction of the lower chronological period. It was roofed with tiles. Inside the building there are remains of 2 bakeries. 2. On the same section, we distinguish the fragments of a central road in the form of a 1-row segmented stone border, characteristic of Roman fortresses. So what they're saying is they've uncovered different parts from different eras here. I love that. So it's like it was probably built by one group, and then maybe hundreds of years later, when it was probably taken over by various different empires and countries, they were like, we like this place, we're going to build on top of it. And therefore that just happens and happens and happens. Obviously it's all fallen down now. Bless. Remnants of Roman baths. Roman type baths, the so-called thermae, was functioned on the territory of Apsarus. 2 baths have been identified, one bath being of small size. It had only a boiler room and sections for hot water. The other bath is more monumental, probably designed for the garrison. The boiler room is at the southern part of the bath. It is connected by a narrow tunnel with the cellar of the hot bath, from where the mass of hot air spread and heated the floor and walls of the hot bath. The hot bath appears to have been connected with the warm bath, so you get the hot bath and the warm bath. The hot bath appears to have been connected with the warm bath, the so-called tepidarium. The latter two consisted of 2 sections. The cold bath, the so-called frigidarium. Wow, so a cold bath is called the frigidarium, obviously based on the word fridge. And the bathtubs, as well as waiting section, have come to light. The Ottomans built an Oriental style bath on this site, and that's what you have there in the background. So that's where the baths would have been. They would have come to have a cold, warm, or hot bath. And this place that you can see behind me now was the barracks for the soldiers. Remains of the barrack of the Roman period, 2nd and 3rd centuries, were discovered at the southern gate. Large walls of fine cut stone are used in structures of foundations and ground floor. The first floor and the roof were made of wood, so that wouldn't have lasted long. The same structure had underfloor heating. Wow, check them out, I was living like kings, man. The same structure had underfloor heating and roofed with tiles. The 3-meter width gallery along the eastern and northern directions, as well as the traces of a wine cellar, because this is Georgia, where grapes grow everywhere, so there's a lot of wine, so they needed a wine cellar. Right here we have a collection of what looks like a lot of old things from the Roman times. Like there is the, I'm not sure its full name, but it's like a cannon. So it got me thinking, see that hill right in the distance? What I would have done is put all my soldiers along there and all my weapons and then just fired into the fortress. I would have taken this fortress like that. Always take the high ground, put your archers up there, put your cannons up there, and boom. Because here, right behind me there, we've got a Roman chariot with a shield. Amazing.